Tired of boring sedans but can't afford a premium SUV? Today we're counting down the 10 most reliable hatchbacks under $25,000. Number 1 will surprise you because it's a cheap car that you can get today. Let's jump into our countdown. The 2013 Mazda Speed 3, starting around $16,000. These sold for $27,470 when new, but now you can get one for just $14,000 to $18,000. It has a 2.3-liter turbo 4-cylinder that makes 263 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. Everything goes through a 6-speed manual with a limited slip diff. The turbo builds boost fast and pulls strong all the way up. Plus, you get that cool whoosh sound when you let off the gas. Owners say reliability is around 3.5 to 4 out of 5. The engine runs forever if you change the oil and keep the cooling system working right. You'll probably need to do the clutch and motor mounts eventually, but that's just how it is with performance cars. The direct injection can get carbon buildup over time, but taking it out for some hard driving helps clean that out. Inside, you get Recaro sport seats and gauges that look the part. The interior is all black with red trim. Nothing fancy, but it works. You get 20.2 cubic feet of cargo space, which is enough for normal stuff. The suspension is stiff but not too harsh, so you can drive it every day, but it stays flat when you're going fast around corners. If you want something fun under $18,000, this is tough to beat. Coming in at number 9. When new, the M135, it costs $41,350. Now you can find ones with 60,000 to 80,000 miles for $21,000 to $24,000. BMW stuck a 3.0-liter turbo inline-6 under the hood that makes 320 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. You can get a 6-speed manual or 8-speed automatic, plus all-wheel drive if you want it. The inline-6 runs smooth and sounds great when you rev it. BMW's N55 engine in these cars is more reliable than the earlier N54. Owners rate reliability at 4 out of 5 if you keep up with maintenance. Watch out for the water pump and thermostat going bad, but those fixes won't break the bank. The adaptive suspension and BMW handling make this drive like a supercar you can take to work. The steering responds exactly where you point it, and the car stays balanced through corners. You get 13.8 cubic feet of space behind the rear seats, or 40.2 cubic feet if you fold them down. The rear seats actually fit adults comfortably, and everything feels well built. It's fast, but you can still use it every day. At number 8, the 2019 Renault Clio RS, starting around $20,000. These cars originally cost around $27,000, but depreciation drops them to $22,000 now. Renault put a 1.6-liter turbo 4 under the hood that makes 200 horsepower and 192 pound-feet, paired with a 6-speed dual clutch and optional cup chassis for track days. The dual clutch fires off shifts super fast and the engine builds power smoothly as you rev it up. Owners rate reliability around 4 out of 5, and Renault has really improved their build quality. You might deal with some electrical problems, but the mechanical stuff stays solid. The cargo area holds 15.5 cubic feet that grows when you fold down the 60/40 rear seats. Renault gave the interior a sporty feel, with Alcantara bits and seats that grip you tight when you're driving hard. Quick steering, firm suspension, and an exhaust that crackles bring this car to life on winding roads. The whole car feels light and quick to respond, like driving a go-kart that you can actually live with. For people in Europe, this thing mixes speed, handling, and daily driving really well. Up next is number 7, the 2018 Renault Mean RS, starting around $24,000. When new, these cost about $37,000. Depreciation brings them down to $24,000 to $26,000 now. Renault dropped a 1.8-liter turbo under the hood that makes 280 horsepower and 280 pound-feet through either a 6-speed manual or dual clutch. The chassis comes with a limited slip diff and optional cup setup that transforms it into a track weapon. 4-wheel steering helps you park easier and keeps the car stable at high speeds, making it feel smaller and quicker than it really is. Owners rate reliability around 4 out of 5 because Renault builds these with race car engineering. If you're buying a cup chassis car, check the suspension parts since track use beats them up. Renault fitted sport seats and aggressive styling inside that screams performance car. Carbon fiber accents and sport gauges fill the cabin to remind you this isn't some family hauler. Even with all the track focus, you still get 18.6 cubic feet of cargo space for everyday stuff. The ride beats you up on rough roads, but the crazy good handling makes up for it. Taking the number 6 spot, the 2020 Mini Cooper S, starting around $21,000. These launched at $28,400, but now 2020 models with 25,000 to 45,000 miles go for $19,000 to $23,000. Mini stuck a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 under the hood that makes 189 horsepower and 207 pound-feet, with either a 6-speed manual or 7-speed dual clutch. The engine has its own personality with turbo lag that actually makes driving more fun instead of annoying you. Owners rate reliability around 3.5 out of 5, which beats the older Minis by a lot. Watch out for timing chain problems and some electrical gremlins, but overall these cars hold up much better. Mini loaded the inside with nice switches, mood lighting, and sport seats that nail that retro modern look. You can customize almost everything inside, from different trim pieces to whatever color lighting you want. The chassis stays tight and turns in right away, plus adaptive dampers let you dial in the ride quality. The go-kart handling is legendary, and the car feels like it shrinks around you when you're pushing it hard. You get 8.7 cubic feet behind the rear seats, or 34 cubic feet with them folded. So the Cooper S works great as both a weekend toy and city runabout. Here at number 5, the 2020 Hyundai Veloster N, starting around $23,500. Hyundai priced these at $28,250, but now 2020 models with 30,000 to 60,000 miles cost $22,000 to $25,000. Hyundai stuffed a 2.0-liter turbo under the hood that makes 275 horsepower and 260 pound-feet through a 6-speed manual with rev matching. The engine pulls hard all the way to redline, and the turbo makes that great whistling sound when you floor it. Long-term tests show 4 out of 5 reliability, plus you get Hyundai's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. The clutch wears out fast if you beat on it, but that happens with any performance car. Hyundai loaded it with performance stuff like an electronic limited slip diff, adjustable exhaust modes, and different chassis settings. Hit N mode and the whole car transforms, making everything more aggressive and quick to respond. The 3-door layout looks strange but actually works, and you get 19.2 cubic feet of cargo space. The weird door setup actually makes loading stuff easier than you'd think. With its loud exhaust, tight steering, and solid body control, the Veloster N is one of the most exciting hot hatches you can buy. Hyundai tuned the suspension to balance comfort and performance, so you can actually drive it every day. If you love cars and are having fun, drop a like and subscribe. In at number 4, the 2021 Mazda 3 Hatchback, starting around $20,000. Mazda priced these at $23,100, and now ones with 20,000 to 50,000 miles cost $18,000 to $22,000. Under that sharp-looking body, Mazda put a 2.5-liter engine that makes 186 horsepower and 186 pound-feet with either a 6-speed manual or smooth 6-speed automatic. The Skyactiv engine sips gas and runs on regular fuel while still giving you decent performance. Consumer Reports gives it 4.5 out of 5 for reliability, which beats most luxury cars. Your biggest worries are just normal stuff like brakes and tires wearing out. Mazda made the interior feel expensive with soft materials everywhere, simple controls, and leather that actually feels nice. You can see Mazda's attention to detail in how the doors close with a solid thunk and how all the controls feel premium. On the road, the steering responds exactly where you point it, and Mazda tuned the suspension so it drives like a pricier European car. The G-vectoring system quietly adjusts power to help you corner better, making the car feel more connected to the road. You get 20.1 cubic feet of cargo space, and the rear seats fold 60/40, so you don't trade off practicality for good driving. Coming in at number 3, the 2019 Ford Fiesta ST, starting around $18,000. Ford priced these at $24,320 when new, but now good ones with 15,000 to 40,000 miles sell for $16,000 to $20,000. Ford stuck a 1.6-liter EcoBoost turbo under the hood that makes 197 horsepower and 214 pound-feet through a 6-speed manual with rev matching. The turbo 3-cylinder sounds different from anything else and has a burble you'll recognize right away. Owners rate reliability around 3.5 out of 5 because Ford kept it mechanically simple. The The rear motor mount wears out fast if you drive it hard, but it's easy and cheap to fix. Ford-fitted Recaro front seats, a limited slip diff, and a crackling exhaust that make twisty roads really fun, while 20.8 cubic feet of cargo space means you can still haul groceries. The steering responds instantly, and the chassis feels super light, making every corner fun to take fast. Ford tuned the suspension firm but not harsh, and the brakes are strong enough for track days. If you want a car that connects you to the road but still works daily, the Fiesta ST is an amazing deal. Ford stopped making these, so grab one while you can. At number 2, the 2022 Honda Civic Sport Hatchback, starting around $20,000. Honda launched these at $22,550, and today low-mileage ones under 20,000 miles cost $18,000 to $22,000. Honda put a 1.5-liter Turbo 4 under the hood that makes 180 horsepower and 177 pound-feet with a CVT that's tuned for better response. The CVT actually works well here and doesn't feel as rubber bandy as older Honda CVTs. Consumer Reports gives this 4.5 out of 5 for reliability, which is bulletproof territory. Honda had some oil dilution problems with this engine in cold weather, but software updates mostly fixed that. Honda fitted sport suspension, 18-inch wheels, and stiffer anti-roll bars that improve handling, but the ride stays comfortable for daily driving. The adaptive dampers cost extra, but they're worth finding since they give you the best of both worlds. Honda fitted red-stitched sport seats and aluminum pedals inside that remind you this isn't a regular Civic. The infotainment system is easy to use, and Honda sensing safety stuff comes standard. You get 24.5 cubic feet of cargo space and Honda's flexible 60/40 rear seats, so you get reliable fun without giving up practicality. The rear seats fit adults well, and the cargo area has a low floor that makes loading heavy stuff easier. And number 1, the 2021 Volkswagen Golf GTI, starting around $21,500. Volkswagen priced the 2021 GTI at $28,695 when new, but now good ones with 30,000 to 50,000 miles sell for $19,000 to $24,000. Volkswagen stuck a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 under the hood that makes 228 horsepower and 258 pound-feet, with either a 6-speed manual or 7-speed DSG automatic. The DSG fires off shifts super quick and works perfectly with the turbo engine's power delivery, while the manual gives you that classic GTI feel. Consumer Reports gives it 4 out of 5 reliability thanks to Volkswagen's proven platform and engine. Volkswagen has refined the EA888 engine over many years and fixed most of the early problems. Volkswagen fitted sport seats, dual-zone climate control, heated steering wheel, and a digital gauge cluster inside. The build quality feels solid with soft materials where you touch them and switches that feel sturdy. On twisty roads, the GTI's steering and adaptive suspension work so well, you'll wonder why people buy expensive sports cars. The electronic diff helps put power down smoothly, and the chassis feels perfectly balanced no matter what you throw at it. But you still get 22.8 cubic feet of cargo space, making it as practical as any family car. The rear seats fold flat and the cargo area is square and actually usable. Unlike some coupes that look good but can't carry anything. The GTI isn't just the best hatchback under $25,000, it might be the best car under $25,000. There you have it, the 10 most reliable hatchbacks that prove you don't need supercar money for supercar fun. From the raw excitement of the Mazda Speed 3 to the refined GTI, there's something here for everyone. Which of these hatchbacks would you pick for your daily driver? Drop a comment below and tell us your choice and why.